Swimming pools, movie stars. Riis, did we come back yet? Let's see if we came back.
Trying to see now.
Hit me. This is the Maze Jackson Show, just in case you are tuned in and you are ready to listen. Hold on, we're trying to get back to you now. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Right for you, may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means, and along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story.
Everybody watch a lot of
everybody likes the way to shine. It don't matter what you got, not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs, you'll have yours, and I'll have mine. And together we'll be fine, because it takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world. Dun, dun, dun. We're back. We back. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show, so we are back. I hope y'all can click back in with us. We are going to play some clips from yesterday's mayoral debate.
You will have 75 seconds to answer each question, the ones posed by me and Santita and Patty. If you are named in a candidate's reply, if one candidate names another and that candidate feels that they need to rebut, please wave your hand. We'll assume if you don't wave your hand, you'll just wait till your next turn. Wave your hand, and we may give you 30 seconds. And opening statements, each candidate has 2 minutes to give you theirs. We're going to start with Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am seeking your vote for 4 more years in re-election to finish the work that we started. We've been through a lot in these last 4 years, and frankly, we've been through hell and back, and I, like most of you, have the scars to show it. But what I also know is, rather than leading into your fears, as some are doing, I want to lead into your hope.
Hope,
the hope
Riis,
that I've
hope.
seen in every neighborhood of this city.
Riis, I got to tell you, when I start hearing hope, not hope from my show, but hope, she trying to be Obama now, man.
Through tough times and difficult times, but also through hopeful and aspirational times. The hope where you have opened up your homes and your heart to me. The hope where we have come together through one of the toughest challenges that we have ever faced in a global pandemic and all the cascading consequences of that. The hope that has allowed us not to be bowed and broken, but to be resilient, to show the grit that marks us as Chicagoans. We have tackled some of the greatest challenges that our city has ever known, sometimes decades in the making. And we've done that by coming together, by rolling up our sleeves, by not forgetting that we are brothers and sisters on this journey together, that we are neighbors, and importantly, that we are Chicagoans. Yes, we have our challenges that remain. But what I know is that there's no mountain that we can't climb.
Ain't no mountain.
Over and over again by coming together. Whether it's public safety, whether it's stitching back together the social safety net, whether it's making our city more economically sound and rebounding and resilient than any other place in the U.S. We've done it over and over again. And I want to be your mayor for 4 more years.
We don't want you to.
Finish the work that we started. And I hope with God's grace and your support on February 28th, we'll continue our journey. Thank you.
Congressman Garcia, 2 minutes for an opening
Riis, that was the beginning. Here's a few minutes later.
Thanks to everyone in the room.
Does he have his accent yet?
Through the airwaves. I truly love Chicago. Chicago welcomed me as a 9-year-old boy when I came from Mexico. It shaped me, it toughened me, it made me a proud Chicagoan. I am a product of public and Catholic schools. I'm a product of neighborhoods in Chicago. I have raised children and now grandchildren. who attended and attend Chicago public schools. I dedicated my life to public service in gratitude for the welcoming that I have received and the shaping of my life and my values that I owe to the city of Chicago. I chose public service because I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to deliver for those who placed their trust in me. I've decided to run for mayor of the city of Chicago because I want to make Chicago a place where everyone feels safe. I want to make Chicago a place where neighborhoods are thriving and the city is becoming more equitable. I want to be mayor because I want to reestablish trust among community residents and leaders of this city, whether it's members of the city council, certainly the mayor, and throughout. Chicago needs to enter a new phase of development. And I want to be mayor of Chicago because I see this as an opportunity to rebuild Chicago equitably, coming out of the pandemic and taking advantage of resources on the horizon that Congress has allocated that will rebuild America and its infrastructure. That can be a driving point. Thank you for the opportunity to be a public servant in Chicago.
I'm about to hit you again. We're going to skip ahead.
Quote. In light of those statements, what specific policies would you change and implement?
Well, I've used that comment, and to be honest with you,
Sorry.
look, you don't understand. When you lose a 20-year-old son,
Rabbits.
killed by gun violence, it's emotion. When people out here got to prevent them from losing a loved one. When I said hunt them down like a rabbit, I should have said more than that. I am tired of people making excuses out here for these people committing crime. You know, all you ever hear is that excuses. In major corporations, if you don't do your job, you're fired.
He's telling Mary life.
You get a paycheck. You don't do your job. You fire them jokers, you know. But when crime and something like the city of Chicago, when people are scared to go out their home, carjacks, kids can't play into the community. You need to hunt everybody down that commit these crimes without them just walking around to commit a crime to someone else. I'm unrest and I'm disturbed about it.
Dr. Wilson, I'm going to have to cut you off there.
You didn't give me my time.
Yeah, that's actually reset for the next person to talk. We already went past 0.
You put the time right here? All right, I agree.
Okay.
Let's go back. Check out your mail.
Take 30 seconds for rebuttal.
As the only woman up here on the stage, I think that I am the she.
Take 30 seconds for rebuttal.
As the only woman up here on the stage, I think that I am the she. He's finally down 10%, but we have more work to do. We have more work to do to make sure that we're going into community and asking block by block, what will it take for you to feel safe? That's why
she's making the white shirts going up.
Plan, Joan, is a plan that will modernize the police department. The way forward is implementation of the consent decree. The difference between my plan and the mayor's plan is that it recognizes that we need new leadership in the police department. She's hanging on to the leadership that's proved to fail in Chicago. My plan will be executed. Look at the record currently. Only 29 of 552 recommendations from the consent decree, and it's the law that we have to abide by it, have been implemented. I will move citywide units into neighborhood units. I will modernize. I will fill the vacancies in the police department. At the heart of everything that we do is building trust among community residents and new police leadership that embraces change and progress.
Well, you were only referred to as she, but I think we know he's talking about you. Would take 30 seconds for rebuttal.
As the only woman up here on the stage, I think that I am the she. I got to correct 2 things.
Wait, she thinks she's the she? I'm going to stop.
Number one, Congressman Garcia was the original defunder. In 2011, he started his time as Cook County Commissioner by slashing the sheriff's budget. He slashed the amount of resources for the adult probation. And more recently, he says, oh, I'm not a defunder, but appeared at a rally with a bunch of defunders crowing about the fact that he sponsored a piece of legislation that would
What happened to Hope?
put not one more dollar into policing nationally. This man is a defunder, pure and simple. The original OG, as I call him, don't let him fool you.
She called him the original OG, Riis. She is, I'm going to tell you, smacks of desperation to me, but maybe I'm crazy. I'm just going to pull a couple more highlights from this race. Let's go to quickly Paul Vallis discussing the police, because it seems like I want you to hear this, and then I want y'all to hear the response. 30.
All right, I agree.
Okay. Mayor Lightfoot, a lot of critics have gone after Police Chief Superintendent David Brown. He's been the target of complaints, especially regarding canceling officer days off. All of your opponents have said that they will remove him if they are elected. Is David Brown still the right choice to lead the CPD? And if so, explain why you continue to stand by him.
Well, I want to pick up on one thing that Paul Vallis didn't answer. You asked him what's his relationship with John Cantisara. He didn't answer that, and understandably so, because he's one of the most repugnant people that we've seen in our city for a long time. The FOP invited all of us to seek their endorsement. You and Mr. Wilson, I believe, are the only two that said yes. And the fact of the matter is, you're taking your advice on public safety from John Cantisara. And there's a lot of criticism about David Brown and where we are, but here's what I think people should know. Paul Vallis says, I'm the one who is the answer for a crime in the city, but the truth is, when he was budget director and he says he was in charge of the police budget, the homicides in our city started at 851, then they went up to 927, then they went up to 940.
But he wasn't
This man
there.
has no plan to keep Chicago safe.
What's your
And he's
plan?
embellishing all the other parts of his so-called public safety bona fides. David Brown has been through hell and back as we have. He is, in this moment, leading our department, and I stand by him. But the important thing is, I stand by our police officers, and I stand by the street outreach, and I stand by the other people who are
Y'all
working
remember that street
tirelessly every
outreach?
day to keep our neighborhoods safe. That's what people need to focus on and know.
Mr. Vallis, 30 seconds for rebuttal.
Great. Well, first of all, 947 murders in 1992 when I came in to be budget director. And after the community policing initiatives, you saw the largest decrease in crime in the city's history, down to, I think, the low 400s. Brown needs to go, and Brown's leadership needs to go. And at the end of the day, we've got to attack the larger issue, and that's the promoting people into the exempt ranks and the positions of responsibility based on friends and family and not time and grade and experience. The bottom line is the police department, real reform demands real reform within the leadership ranks.
Mr. Vallis, your time is up. Santita, back to you.
Mr. Vallis, again.
Okay.
Under Mayor Lightfoot's administration, the Chicago Police Department budget has received more support. It's increased by $64 million in 2023. 950 Chicago Police Department officers were hired, and more than 12,000 illegal guns were taken off the streets in 20.
That decree
I did not.
is at
I did not.
80%.
Hold on.
It's been a failure. Everyone in Chicago knows that. People around him know that. That's why they don't follow him. Some people want to keep him around. I don't. The other difference is implementation of the consent decree. The consent decree is the law. It is the roadmap for moving Chicago forward, for modernizing our police force, for ensuring community policing, constitutional policing, and joining other cities that have modernized their police departments and have transparency and accountability.
Congressman Garcia, your time is up.
Commissioner Johnson.
I would like to actually respond, since he criticize
I
something
did not. I
specific.
did not invoke
The
any
consent
names.
decree
I did not.
is at
I did not.
80% compliance.
I did not invoke any names.
Maybe you
and
missed
this
that
is
when
another
you were in the
attempt.
back room
Okay.
cutting deals with Mike Madigan.
Th-
80%
This is
further ahead.
with the
than any
moderators.
Thank
other
you.
place.
Candidates.
Who's moderating here?
We love a spirited, passionate give and take here
Especially between allies.
at WCPT.
Damn, he called him
Oh,
allies.
my. Santita, want to go ahead?
I love it. Don't you love these spirited debates? Give them a round of applause, everybody.
All right.
And this goes to you, Commissioner Johnson. In July of 2020, at the height of the George Floyd demonstrations, you were the lead sponsor of a Cook County Board of Commissioners resolution advocating for diverting police funds to other public programs. And in December of 2020, you said regarding the movement to defund the police, quote, "I don't look at it as a slogan. It's an actual real political goal," close quote. Do you support diverting resources away from the police, reallocating them other places? Where should these resources go?
Well, thank you, Santita, for the question. And it's an important discussion because I'm the only person on this stage that's actually released a budget. When we're talking about resources, when we're talking about building a better Chicago, regardless of what plan you present, if we don't figure out how we're going to pay for it, then it's a dead plan. And so what my belief is, which is very clear, that the people of Chicago believe in investing in people. It's the surest way to actually reduce violence. If we want a safer, stronger, better Chicago, it's not enough just to love the city. You have to love people. You do. Listen, I can tell you what the budgets look like from the politics of old. It means the defunding of public schools, the defunding of mental health clinics, the defunding of public housing. If anything, if you want to critique me as the investor in chief. Because I represent the Oak Park. They love their children so much that they invest in school districts, parks, a public health system. You can sign your child up in Oak Park for a hula hoop class, just little white kids just walking in circle. But we can't invest in the children of the city of Chicago. Under my plan, we invest in people. Thank you.
Those are some of the highlights from yesterday's debate. Riis, to me, it's clear. And there's a poll that just came out today that says that Mayor Lightfoot is neck and neck now, tied virtually with Paul Vallis. Yesterday, people were asking me why, if the mayor is, I think Chris asked me, why, if the mayor wants to combat Paul Vallis, wants him to be her candidate, is she attacking him so hard? And the reality is, Riis, is that it seems to me that the mayor is falling out of the top two. And so essentially, she has to take every one of these opportunities to take whacks and go hard at everybody else. But I think it just reiterates or reinforces her position as being combative. And I know sisters are not going to want to hear this, but the mayor is not really trying. Like, the fight for the black vote is split up. And the mayor seems to, I know y'all don't want to hear it, but she falls into the angry, what's the matter, we lost it again? Angry black, those are my beeps from my computer. The angry black woman, and comes off as combative. And I think when she comes into these things, I think her premise has been to be hardcore. But I do think that that same mentality, Riis, is why she is in the space, because she hasn't been able to collaborate with very many people. I got to tell you all, I think Brandon Johnson presents very, very well. Once again, sounds rational. It'll just be interesting to see how it goes. So those were some of the highlights from WCPT's race yesterday. If you had a chance to check it out, I'd be curious to know who you thought won that race. Riis, I need some help, some advice too. So I'm going to move on real quick because we got two things I want to get before we go. It's Restaurant Week. Y'all know what Restaurant Week is? Restaurant Week. Restaurant Restaurant Week means that all of the big restaurants, over 300 restaurants in Chicago, are participating. And usually they have a price fixed menu. And there are places that you might not ordinarily go, but you could try out and go. And Riis, I was just thinking, what are the best restaurants in Chicago for our audience? And I was thinking about what are the best restaurants in Chicago? Give us a call, 872-259-7474, and we're going to combine this with Tell Me Something Good Friday. So you could tell me one of the best restaurants. I'd love to know, what are your go-tos? Who are you looking to try out? Who are the best black-owned restaurants? Who are the best restaurants? Who has the best service? Who has the best ambiance? Then I want to know who you think are the best barbecue. Like, Riis, who you think got the best barbecue in the city?
Buffalo's Barbecue and Bar Rep, located 15159 South Cicero Road.
You changed the name?
No, I'm sorry. No, I said Bowfield's Barbecue in
Chicago,
Bar, huh?
Chicago city limits. Shout out to Bowfield's.
Shout out. I mean, I don't know. I guess
okay, I'll make you say nobody else.
I guess I eat Ben's Barbecue.
Where's Ben?
North Avenue in Austin. Coleman's every now and then.
They still make Coleman's?
I mean, I haven't had in a while.
Right, you go to Bowfield's all the time.
I guess Mr. Robinson. I don't know. I don't
like Robinson's is like white people barbecue.
Right, yeah. So
it's like I'm gonna tell you my best barbecue joint. Y'all don't be mad at me. Green Street Smoked Meats. Who got the best soul food in the city?
Bowfield's on Sunday. No. Hey, I'm sorry. Oh no.
Give us a call, 872-259-7474.
I like Ooey. It's cool. Ooey cool.
I still haven't been there. I gotta get the Ooey. They just opened up a new one in Hyde Park too. Who are you gonna try and call this? Who are you gonna try and check out this week? Then I want to know who has the best service. What restaurant has the best ambiance? If you was going on a romantic date, where would you try to go? Right? And then who's got the best cuisine? Like, do you eat any of the other stuff, Riis? Do you eat like Indian food? Do you eat like Asian? Like, do you eat Chinese food? Like, I've been nervous on the Chinese food. Unless it's what's my man, P.F. Chang's. I'm straight with P.F. Chang's, but I know that's a chain. But I just was curious to know, who are the best restaurants in Chicago? Are there anybody that you looking to try? I'm talking about city limits. It's Restaurant Week in Chicago. So I know y'all want to try Bowfield's. Bowfield's is a joint, right? Not tripping on that. We give Bowfield's a lot of love. But what I want to know is, during Restaurant Week in Chicago, who has the best food, and if there are places that you are looking to try? Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me today?
How you doing? Hi, Maze. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Who this?
You already know this is Charmaine Henry. I call every day.
Hey, Charmaine. How you doing?
I'm good. Listen, and hi, Riis. How are you this morning?
Blessed.
Good. Riis said he blessed.
So
too.
listen, I am a foodie. I am a foodie. Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to Chicago restaurants, this is what I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There is a spot in Rogers Park. It is called Honey Bear Cafe. They have the best breakfast food in Chicago right now that I have tasted.
Honey Bear Cafe. Okay.
The place, yes, it is so packed. It's on Clark Street. It's so packed. Wednesdays, you have to call for a reservation. Okay? By the time Wednesday hit, you got to call for a reservation. They're excellent. And it's also another, it's at 7036 North Clark Street.
Dang, is that in the city?
Food.
70? We don't even go to 70 North, do we?
I'm saying you better come up north. It's worth it.
Okay.
It's in Rogers Park. Hey, May, it's worth it. It's excellent. Then also, I like the Bronzeville Winery. The Bronzeville Winery is excellent. Oh, it's worth it. The ambiance is excellent. They have different people in the back playing vinyl. The music is on point. I mean, it is an absolutely beautiful restaurant. Nice vibe. Wonderful customer service. Really, really like them. Okay. Mexican. This will be my last one.
You can give us more. Cool.
Okay, so in Rogers Park, another spot. Now, if you want good seafood, for me, I've been going Mexican for seafood because they have some of the most fresh seafood, the best snapper. This place is called, how could I forget? Tuquieras, Los Reyes, Tuquiera. It is on Clark Street as well.
Look, you
Clark
just got Clark Street.
Street.
You Clark Street Road. You just got everything in
No,
Rogers Park. You must go to eat with the mayor or something, because that's what she be eating.
No, I go on the south side. I go on the north side. I go on the west side. I go everywhere. And when it comes to food, I will travel. I will travel for good food because I don't want to pay $15, $20 and be pissed off at the end of the meal.
Oh, I heard that.
I like my food fresh, a la carte, and cooked to order. So those are my spots that I can think of right now.
Oh, Charmaine, thank you. That's a good list. We're going to have us a list. We're going to put one up on the thing. Now, let me just tell y'all, if y'all come up in this mug as many times as Tennille done hooked y'all up at Peaches and y'all don't put Peaches on the best list, y'all up out of here. I'm just letting y'all know she going to kick y'all off this whole joint.
Sure. And I ain't had it, but I ain't going to tell my secret, but that's why I got to get up out of it because somebody told me I can go to Peaches and get me something to eat.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what. So let me just tell y'all what. Chef Trellis at Peaches.
Never had it, folks.
Chef Trellis at
good.
Peaches, man, Charlie, they make the bacon right? Like I'm a simple dude. They make turkey bacon. I don't want no damn turkey, no turkey cardboard. I love Chef Trellis makes the best eggs over medium. So when you bust it, the yolk still be runny. Put a little salt and pepper, and then they add a little cheese to it. And don't mess around with that bacon. They make some great bacon. Dude, I don't know if they still have duck bacon. Quack, quack. I remember that. Now, you know what else they got? The bomb on the coffee. You know, if you come to the meetings on Saturday mornings, we have Peaches coffee. Riis, okay, so if you had, who got the best food on the south side? Best food on the south side. You say ooh-wee, don't you, Riis? I don't, so.
I had a couple places. Ooh-wee, I told you I done had.
You know what I like that sneak up on me? S2 Grill.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I remember
S2,
I told you.
Did you put me up on S2? That's
S2
why I
Grill.
saw it on my app and I went, S2 is really good.
I was just going to say that. I was thinking of it in my, yeah.
And it's reasonably priced.
Yeah, price, yeah. And they give you a lot, too. S2 Grill. I'm trying to think. I actually be going to a couple of places. I be forgetting.
Somebody said so. Oh, Two Fish. Two Fish. People love Two Fish. Man, they about to make a $9 million expansion. Can we get Jasmine in here or something? Because I would like to get some of that advertising. Let's see. Provari Chicago restaurant. I like Provari. They got, they Alfredo'd everything. You know who I think my best joint is on the south side right now that I order all the time, but I get it from Uber Eats? Flavs. Man, Charlie. Woo-wee.
On Madison or something?
Flavs is on Taylor. It's like right off of Roosevelt, right by Maxwell Street. Besides Peaches, right? Because, I'm Peaches all day long. That's family. Who got the best food on out west? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all ain't going to represent the west side. They got a new Soleil. Have you been to the new Soleil? Then Victor Love got a new restaurant out south, too. And they just expanded Soleil, and Soleil got a bar. I want to try Yardbird. I would love to go do some restaurants over restaurant week because we get the price fix menu. Riis, what's your favorite type of food?
Just soul food.
That's my son. I'd be like, what you want to eat? Soul food.
Or American, just regular American. I'm not really a.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you which Asian food do you eat? Thai, Japanese, or Chinese?
It's probably just Chinese.
Do you still go to the regular? I'm be nervous going to the regular Chinese. I gotta go to
go to Panda Express.
That right. I gotta go to the place where I know I'm getting what I'm getting. Let me see what's up. Let me see who else. Ja Grill for Jamaica. Man, Ja Grill, you'd be taking forever to get a plate. You can't even. I haven't been to Ja Grill in quite a long time. MacArthur's on the west side. Y'all know I made MacArthur's famous. They still owe me my picture. I got MacArthur's to move across the street. Did I ever tell you that? Because I put them on check, please. And then all the white people started going, and the mayor went, and then it became the place. The new Soleil is open. We need to go there. Tango Sir. You know what? Tango Sir, everybody pumped that up. It was not great. Virtue, I like Virtue, but it's like catfish. Sweet Maple is another spot for breakfast. Sweet Maple, you got to wait an hour to get in that joint. Let me see. Oh, Yasmin. That's right. Oh, and the chef at Virtue did just get nominated for a James Beard Award. Shout out to Antonil, who is doing a James Beard event that I don't think I got a ticket to yet. Let me see what else we got. Riis, what's a fair price to pay for a meal? Dinner for two.
All depending on where you at, location, the venue.
Like, can you eat dinner for two for $100?
Oh, for sure.
Where?
A lot of places.
Take out.
No, you can dine in a lot of places.
No drinks. You can't have no drinks though.
Yeah, you just got to go places, man. You can go to. You can eat $400 at what's that?
I would like to know where you can eat for $100 for two with drinks.
Like Bahama Breeze. Ever had that before? That's a place called like Bahama Breeze. Real good. Yeah, real good drinks. Try them out for a restaurant wink. I'm sure they on there. Bahama Breeze. It's another one that I'm trying to remember, but it's real good too. It's gonna come to me. But you can get a steak from them real good for like $40, two sides. They drinks reasonable, about 10, 12. You can spend your $100 in there. I eat about 2 drinks and a great meal, and their food is delicious. It's gonna come to me.
Okay. Let me see. Make it happen this weekend. I want some recommendations, Riis. On some restaurants. So maybe I'll make a post today, and I want to know what restaurants we should try. I would love to do like restaurants under $100, like the best restaurants that you can eat for 2 people under $100 with a drink. That would be good, cause I need a list like that. Anyway, y'all, that is I'm gonna go to my Facebook page today, cause I'm gonna ask for best recommendations. We got anybody up there? Best recommendations for restaurants. All right, y'all. It is that time, Riis. We about to wrap it up. So it is Friday. You know what we do on Fridays. You got to tell me something good. So, Riis, you got me some theme music up in there? Because, you know, it's like I like to do the song when it's Fridays. And I'll be like, wow. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Y'all better call me up and tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all, the reason I'm asking this is because I was out last night and I had a client in from out of town. And how your people from out of town got a better restaurant list than you? I can't never think of what I want to eat. And I think for all of the Chicago that I am, my challenge is I be around the same 6 restaurants, so I got to start getting up out of my feelings. But yesterday, Riis, I was mad that I had a client come into town, and he was like, "Meet me at such and such." I was like, "I never heard of this place." But I was scared to tell him that I didn't know about it because he was just so, man. And you walk in there and it's so official, and you be like, "Man, how come?" But you know what you notice? I noticed that they don't probably tell no black people about it, and I ain't either. Cause like black people find this place, it's gonna be a problem, Riis. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. But I'm gonna tell you, it is time for Tell Me Something Good, and I was gonna tell y'all that I was not happy this week, so this week has been a tough one for me. I lost one of my best friends in life, Mr. Eric Myrick, to cancer, and I couldn't really tell you. I was gonna be Riis this morning and be like, man, I can't really think of none. You know, I'll be. I woke up this morning, but I'll tell you what. He woke me up this morning. Might be one of the best Tell Me Something Goods this week because the reality of mortality hit me hard this week. You know how you count on people, Riis, like you just know they gonna be there. It's like the giving, and it was crazy because I was looking at all these pictures, and like my timeline has been filled with pictures of my guy, and there was so many pictures on everybody just posting the memories and stuff, and one of the things that I saw this week was all of the great times that we had together. I think the one that caught me the most off guard was the Jackie Robinson Little League when we was down on State Street. And you forget just how many moments, times, things you shared. I seen pictures from high school and all type of stuff. And part of my tell me something good is cherish the relationships that you have. And I had my tell me something good. Part of it is 52 years of having true friend. Like a true friend. That you knew whether I saw you once a week, once a month, once every other month. That there were and remain people in your life who don't want nothing, who don't necessarily want to take, but are part of your existence. And so and watching people come together and know that your friend impacted so many people's lives. Well, you be like, that's my friend. Then you look up and you realize like everybody is so many people. And how many people actually have had the opportunity to have lifelong friends? Like, and I'm not saying that there aren't. But to have a lifelong friend, and it reminded me of the value of the other lifelong friends that I have. So sometimes I look around and I be like, man, don't nobody care, don't nobody. And I was just watching as we came together this week to know that I might not have hundreds and thousands of friends. I got a bunch of associates. But to know you got a core group of people who gonna be with you, there was a reminder this week. Riis, what you tell me something good? I got a couple other things, but I wanted to make sure that I want to celebrate my brother's life. Go ahead, Riis. Tell me.
I already know another day. I got some news. It wasn't good. I mean, it really wasn't, but for once, it didn't really bother me at all. I just laughed at it. Some birthdays coming up. Tell me something good. I get to spend some time with my aunt. You and her share the same birthday, so I'm gonna go.
What up, auntie? Birthday twin. You was born on the best day of the year.
Yeah, so
except for you, Rago.
I'm gonna go and see her, and that's really about it, man. Thank God for working. Man, health. Life, man. Tell me something good is that we got to come back here, congregate here again, man. Another week down, so it's just really like one of them.
Okay. I take that though. You know what I'm saying? It don't always got to be big, super wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams. It could be just the simple things in life and the ability to grow, right? And the things that used to mean so much or feel like life ending, threatening, whatever, become minimized. We got anybody on the line? Caller, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Tell me something good this week, and you could tell me a good restaurant while you at it. Caller, what's up?
Man, what's good? What's good, bro? What's happening, man? What's going on, family?
What up, devil? If you say one thing about the Bears, you getting ready to get whacked, so I'm just letting you know. But go ahead.
Well,
okay, Riis, get your
my
finger
Feel
ready.
Good Friday is, man, I had a great week at work today. Submitted crazy proposals that got accepted. Did wonderful presentations in front of the feds in Boston. Smoked all of that. So life is good, man. Just
you a smoke what? What did you? What kind? Was it sativa?
No. I smoked the presentation, bro. No smoking over
you
here,
didn't
man.
Roll
no.
up the smoke. You rolled up the presentation and smoked it.
No, man. When you prepare, because you do work, and you know what you're talking about, and then you can articulate what you need from the client, and then they execute it. You know what I'm saying? Then they give you a check. That's when you smoked it, bro.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So So other than that, man, just living the dream, bro, and doing the work. Definitely thoughts and prayers to your homie and his family, and
ain't nothing beat a good partner, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, it's time for that again. And last thing, bro, Dak. Go Cowboys! We them boys!
Hang up on him. Click it. It's the Maze Jackson show. Does anybody else up there? Go ahead, man. I ain't talking to chump Derek. Devin. Devin, you a chump for that, man. Shout out to Dak. At least I got Dak, man. I'm gonna call Dak up this week and see if he can get us to tell us the secret of the cooling of our bed. What up, caller? Who this?
Shalom.
King Israel, what's up, my brethren? I seen the king shaking hands with the governor on Facebook. What was the agreement?
On the agreement, I don't even think that chump know who he was shaking hands with. I caught him at a meeting that he tried to sneak into. I was trying to help Beverly Miles, and I said, let me take a picture with it. I don't even know if he know him. I just kept it. Like Farrakhan kept that picture of Barack Obama under the rock. I just kept that picture till it's time to bust it out.
Okay. Cool.
I took a picture. I don't know how you take pictures. But I'm sorry, yes, sir.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that was last year.
Well, I just saw it yesterday, so I'm sorry, my bad.
I just put it up this morning at 4 a.m.
Okay, I seen you with you. I seen you. You know, you look like one of them, like the mayor called Chewy, but you look like an OG up there. You look like one of the old OGs. You had the fedora on with the suit. I was like, man, you look like you could have been straight up. You could have been straight up out the 30s, man. All you needed was some pinstripes and a Tommy gun. It was truly.
What you mean look like an OG?
Hey, I have a tough time saying gangster sometimes, but that's a different thing.
OG for those in the back. I keep telling people think I'm new to this, and I've been on the street 50 years. I wasn't even supposed to come on 45 years. My mom was bad parenting skills, and I wasn't supposed to be down in the project in 70, defecated hallways and all that we talked about the other day. I want to say thank you for letting us get that message out. Crippling the CHA, they bogus, man, running off them hundreds of millions. Tamiko know the business, and I'm going to back her up.
King, that was a good conversation.
No more.
That was a good conversation yesterday. I appreciated it. I gotta get y'all in, and we gotta sit it down, and we gotta now that I got some more questions after that, I gotta sit down and write out better questions, because I think I got a lot more that I want to understand. But man, I appreciate you pulling my coattail on that, and I want to tell you something good, that you will not let these issues just fall off and die. Thank you to you and Tamiko, because Tamiko say I only give props to the men, and it's like, man, black men don't get no love, but I want y'all to know that Tamiko is always out there on the front lines too, fighting and supporting black men. King, what else you got for me? Tell me something good.
Man, I heard Kyrie was in town this week, man. I don't even watch them sports entertainment, but I was like, damn, I heard. Did the Bulls play Brooklyn this week?
Did they play Brooklyn this week? We got to figure out when Kyrie come to town. We got to go. We need to go see him. Right.
We're going to do like they did in Brooklyn. We're going to circle that United Center.
Okay. I appreciate it, man. You got a squad. You got the people in purple. It's gonna be the people in purple surrounding. You got a whole nation out there, don't you? That's what Kyrie said.
Yeah, that's one of them. This is a bunch of them out here. It's a bunch of camps out here. They was at a camp in Chicago on Saturday night. Then they had one on Chicago. You remember he came on the radio? Y'all was like, man, can we get with him?
I've been trying to get with him, man. They be making it hard, bro. It be like. You gotta talk to the king. I'll be like, fam, we're not on Saturdays. Like I've tried so hard to get them on the show, man, and it's like it take 20 emails. I said, give me a date. Just give me a date and a time. We'll put you on, and it just turns into like this long, drawn out process. And I got a short attention span. If we can't get it done in 3 texts, you lost.
Hold on, bro. That's a security breach of security. You know the power there be. Man, you think them letters coming to you for nothing? Man, you talking about a disclaimer. Man, you gonna learn. We're gonna get together. For the mayor's race over with, we get you together. Your community, I ain't saying it too. We're gonna get this town, we're gonna get this world together. It's taking time, but it's slowly but surely waking up.
Hold on, do I see Gino in the chat? Go ahead, real quick. Gino said they're going to be back on February 24th. Gino, we want to come in with the bigs, and we want to talk to Kyrie. Gino, you don't remember Gino from the Bigs? Come on, man. I'm at you. You ain't been gone that long. You might not have watched the sports programming, but shout out to Gino.
Hey, what date? We'll make it happen. What date? We'll do something out there. Yeah. The 24th of what?
February 24th, man.
Somebody
February 24th. Riis tired of you talking,
Brooklyn,
man. So
they be back.
he dotted you. He dotted you. So when you see Riis, remember that was the one who was showing you tell you could drink the juice. Now he want to be on the other side. King, we appreciate y'all coming out.
I'm going to fly out to New York then. You know, I'm just in New York, so I'm going to go out to New York and holler at some people. 24th.
No, they're going to be here the 24th. All right.
I'm saying I got to go to New York and talk to them. That's where they headquartered at New York. Remember, I was just in New York.
Right. I need you to give me the Sky Dweller when you out there. I seen you at the Rolex store, so could you just go talk to him, tell him you the king, and bring me a Rolex?
Now I got to get a contract. I need to give me a contract, a job at Nike, or somebody let me work in the 27th ward, all that work over there.
Hey, man, you know what you got to do. Hire somebody from the 27th ward. You can be working. Look, see how he trying to do? You know it. Hire somebody from the 27th. You certainly can. Hire somebody from the 27th. You know what the deal is. Thank you, King Israel. We got anybody else on the line? Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me? Tell me something good.
Good morning. Am I on?
You are? Who is this?
Hi, my name is Tracy. I am calling to say happy Friday to you all. Condolences on the loss of your friend. And Friday is always good, but my tell me something good today is that I get to watch grandson because they got a day out of school. So I got to hang out with them. I got to make them bacon and eggs. Eggs is a big old delicacy. And build me some memories with my grandson. So I just want to say, we're going to miss you, Maze, but go get your bag. Because these people not get ready. They're not going to get their minds right. So go get your bag, do it from behind the scenes, and maybe you can help them help us in spite of ourselves.
Tracy, I appreciate that. You know that's TNT. I know you probably be trying to stay low key, but that's our girl Tracy. But you know Tracy will give you the business too. So I'm happy you called in to tell us something good. Thank you for the condolences, and we appreciate you. I'm gonna see y'all probably this weekend, Tracy. We gonna have the game over at Obsidian, so you know you come through. You know you always be coming through with your little special concoction. So bring the little special concoction, because everybody be like, "What you got in your cup?" And it always seems to work. So shout out to my girl Tracy. Anybody else up there? All right, so I got some tell me something goods real quick. First of all, let me say big shout out to my man Gino. Shout out to my man Terrence. Shout out to the Bigs. I was checking them out at St. Rita, and it just made me St. Rita versus Mount Carmel. I was saying I was rooting for Mount Carmel because of St. Rita. My son was like, I'll never root for Mount Carmel. So I was like, well, I was trying to be in solidarity with you. But shout out to the Big. Shout out to Terrence and Gino. Gino in the chat today. Man, we miss you, brother. You don't have to come on in and get us some updates or something. We're going to figure that out. Big shout out to Holy Trinity Basketball. I just want to say thank you to all the families that have embraced us, etc. Y'all, and while I could think about, like, my other tell me something good is tonight, the Community Builder Awards. Now, we're going to be giving awards to people that you know, but the thing that I'm probably the most excited about, Riis, and these are the reasons that I feel like I got to get out of here, because I be fighting battles when we could be winning. Tonight, young James Christian Allen Bass, will be the first recipient of the Walter Burnett Jr. Young Developer Scholarship. What we found out was that most black students have a $12,000 gap between the scholarship and fundraising that they make and their college tuition. And so we went to a variety. I want to just tell this story real quick. We went to a variety of locations, schools, colleges, trying to work with colleges to provide scholarships for young black students to learn how to be developers, because not a lot of them do, and I'm not talking about fundraising. I went to some very well-known institutions and asked them, could they find us black students that would be beneficiaries of this scholarship? And Riis, every time we went somewhere, they was like, well, do they have to be black students? And the client was like, yes, they have to be black students. And after going to a variety of institutions where black people and white people told us why we couldn't give away money to help kids, to find and develop young black students who might want to have the opportunity to learn the business of development. My client said, why don't we take it away and why don't we do it ourselves? And we are going tonight. I got a 10-year commitment, Riis, for scholarships to develop young black people and give them an opportunity to be developers. And tonight, while we are having the Community Builder Awards to thank all the people for what they're doing, we are also going to be awarding a young man a scholarship to be able to come back and, instead of being built out of his neighborhood, participate in the building of it. So it's part of one of the benefits of being a lobbyist. And I'm honored that tonight we're going to do that. The Community Builder Awards, I'm super excited for all of the people that are going to be coming out tonight. Look, y'all come out tonight and we are celebrating, right? This is not a reason for us to be against. It is a reason for us to be for. 10-year commitment to developing young black developers and putting them in the pipeline to develop projects. Tonight, the Community Builder Awards. I'm just honored and grateful to be in a position to be able to create opportunities for our future. Stop arguing about the past and talking about what we can't do. And so I just want to I'm grateful for my client, who they tried to body slam us in the paper and all of that good stuff, but has made a commitment to say, look, we make money in this town, but we got to make sure that the economic benefits all of us, and to be able to start to open up the doors for contracts, long-term contracts, 10-year, 20-year deals for people. It's a blessing to be in that position. And so I just want to say thank you. Also had a great opportunity to have a fundraiser this week. Was it this week when we met with Pat Dow? And to get a better understanding and to start to repair relationships. So, and Ken, I'm about to get you talking about, Ken said his Tell Me Something Good is I'm his favorite Vicky Lou. What? Where you get that from, man? Ken, we gonna have to put you up out of this mug. No, I'm just playing. Hey, y'all, I'm grateful for everybody that's been here with us, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here to be a servant. So, with that in mind, Riis, you got anything else? With that in mind, for Mays, Riis, Ruthie, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell him, Tennille, he late because of me. Mays said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun law